Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. We'll start with the headlines. Public Authority for Industrial Estates announces domestic and international consortium to invest $500 million Omani riyals in the Sultanate's industrial estates. His Excellency, the Minister responsible for Financial Affairs, says in light of financial indicators and oil prices, the Sultanate's financial status will remain sound. Acquainting with Sultanate civilizational heritage events of records exhibition, Oman is near, even though it is far, starts in the Uzbekistan capital, Tashkent. And a workshop concerned with activating precautionary measures to face Ebola disease is organized in Nizwa Hospital. Those are the headlines, and now for the news in details. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has sent a cable of greetings to His Highness Sheikh Sabah Al-Ahmed Al-Jabr Sabah, Emir of the State of Kuwait, on granting him the title of the Humanitarian Work by the United Nations and naming the State of Kuwait a center of the humanitarian work. Forming a consortium of local and international companies under the administration of Shumukh Investment and Services Company with a capital of more than $500 million Omani riyals to invest in industrial estates in the Sultanate, and the ZAD initiative to provide sustainable environment for industrial sector were two projects announced during the Public Establishment for Industrial Estates Business Opportunities Symposium. It shed light on business opportunities available for local and international investment, enterprises and small and medium enterprises. It also showcased potential in industrial estates and job opportunities there for Omani youths. The symposium also stressed the private sector's contribution to gross domestic product and the need to improve the quality of national products and increase its competitive capabilities in the global market. The financial status of the Sultanate is sound despite the increase in expenditures. This was announced by His Excellency Darwish bin Ismail Al-Blushi, Minister responsible for Financial Affairs, who expected that oil prices will stay above $100 for a barrel during the upcoming period. He added that the government is monitoring the trends in oil prices. He also stressed that the state's General Reserve Fund is studying its investments in one of the Bulgarian banks to settle difficulties facing it. He said that the work is continuing to reach an understanding on the issue, adding that the bank's problem is organizational and not financial. The Memorandum of Understanding between the Ministry of Commerce and Industry and the Patent Office in Egypt aimed to facilitate procedures of examination of patent in addition to training programs for Omani cadres. More details in the following report by Saif bin Khalfan Al-Kindi.
The Memorandum of Understanding between the Sultanate and Egypt has been inked today from the Omani side by His Excellency Dr. Ali bin Masoud Al-Sunaidi, Minister of Commerce and Industry, and by Dr. Mahmoud Muhammad Saqab, Chairman of the Academy of Science, Research and Technology from the Egyptian side.
To be able to expedite processing the applications. You are aware that we have now expanded in areas of downstream petrochemicals, steel, aluminium, cable industry. A lot of those food processing, food packaging, plastics, and every day these companies are requiring patents to protect their manufacturing. And what they're doing, most of them, they are using international offices to do that, although these are Omani activities.
Within the event, Dr. Adel Al-Said, head of Patent Office in Egypt, presented a lecture in the Sultanate to illustrate the articles of the MOU and explain the role of the office and the terms technically used in the patents field. Dr. Al-Said pointed out
the importance of this memorandum of understanding to increase the cooperation between the Omani Patent Office and the Egyptian Patent Office, and think to help the Omani Patent Office to publish and issue patent certificate, yes, because they already have many patent application until now didn't examine.
During the lecture, it was also illustrated that there is an essential need for applicants to cope with the conditions of the patent certificates, such as novelty, industrial applicability, and inventive principles. He added,
Also, we will transfer our experience in the examination and searching the patent document to the Omani Patent Office and making training courses for them. We send an expert to train him there here.
Furthermore, based on the Memorandum of Understanding, the office will provide the Omani specialist with sufficient training to be more capable with the patents registration's needs. Well, the Memo of Understanding between the Sultanate and the Egyptian Academy of Science and Technology came to develop patent regulations in the Sultanate and provide training for the Omani staff. Saif Al-Kindi for English News, Al Bustan Palace Hotel, Muscat.
In order to stress the value of Omani records and their historical significance and showcase the civilizational legacy of the Sultanate, the activities of the Omani Records exhibition continued in the Uzbekistan capital Tashkent. It is being organized at Prince Taimur Museum by the Public Authority for Records and National Archives in the Sultanate. The exhibition aims to acquaint the visitors with the deep-rooted history of the Sultanate and its historical relations with various parts of the world through the displayed records. A number of Omani and international records and documents that retell aspects of the richness of Omani legacy are displayed. The exhibition also showcases some historical manuscripts, currencies, stamps, and maps. It also included many photos and Omani-Uzbekistan relations and some Omani civilizational, touristic, and heritage sites. Increasing in-country value, reduce carbon footprint, and spread the culture of occupational health and safety and volunteering work were main points of the press conference by the Electricity Holding Group, as well as implementation of sustainability policy through direct support worth $500,000 Omani Riyals annually and non-direct support through allocating 1 day for each employee to conduct voluntary work. On the sideline of the press conference, 2 agreements were signed worth 150,000 Riyals to train and qualify employees from the Electricity Holding Company to engage in different volunteering work in various wilayas of the Sultanate. And still to come in our news bulletin, a new batch of musicians for the foundation course in military discipline of Scout bands graduates. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. Experiences of Arab countries finding database for heritage and role of civil society in preserving non-materialistic cultural heritage were top points tabled for discussions at the regional seminar pertaining to determining concept and legal frameworks for preserving non-materialistic cultural heritage in its final days. It's a kind of heritage that should be preserved and highly valued to be kept for future generations. The 3-day seminar tackles many aspects related to the non-materialistic culture that could be stolen easily or pirated or diminishing. That was tackled through different work papers supported by experiences of Arab countries in drafting laws for it. The non-materialistic heritage characterizes nations' identities, social solidarity, and their experiences. Believing in the leadership role of the society's institutions in treating traffic problems and their negative results, the Ministry of Education, in cooperation with the Royal Oman Police, Sultan Qaboos University and the Shell Development Company, Oman, through their initiative, celebrated the honoring of winners at the Shell Safety On-Road competition as one of the constructive contributions to limit traffic accidents and spread traffic awareness. The honoring ceremony was held at the Traffic Safety Institute in Sib under the auspices of His Excellency Dr. Ahmed bin Mohammed Al-Ftaisi, Minister of Transport and Communications. The award was formed at children's drawings in 5 fields. More than 2,000 participants from educational directorates and governorates formed the fields of the award under the title Driving is Awareness and Culture. The ceremony also included the inauguration of the award 2014-2015 under the title Driving is Commitment and Ethics, as a continuous effort among various institutions. Within the framework of comprehensive national plan adopted by the Ministry of Health and which concerned with precautionary measures to address viruses such as the Ebola disease, Nizwa Hospital organized a workshop which witnessed wide participation from health workers from various health institutions in the governorate. The health workshop included awareness lectures and practical steps to deal with any suspected case of the disease, in addition to raising the efficiency of health workers. A new building for traffic services was opened in the Wilaya of Nizwa at the Governorate of Dakhiliya Police Command. It came in line with efforts by the Royal Oman Police and keenness to provide police services to citizens. The hall contains 14 service windows such as car registration, renewal, ownership transfer, driving license services, traffic violation payments, and all that's related to traffic aspects. The hall can accommodate 150 clients with places for females provided by 2 service windows. The place will be run by qualified cadres and work starts at 7:30 a.m. and will last until 2 p.m. Department of Endowment and Religious Affairs at the Governorate of Dhofar held a ceremony at the end of a course called Quranic Certifications, Its Successfulness and Applications. 47 female trainees took part in the course with the aim to train and qualify those who received the certification with the required skills. The closing ceremony was presided over by Sheikh Ali bin Fankhar al-Shamfari, advisor to the Minister of Endowment and Religious Affairs for developing Awqaf funds and Bayt al-Mal funds. The Directorate General of Scouts and Guides celebrated the graduation of a new batch of musicians for the foundation course in military discipline of Scouts bands. The ceremony included musical pieces by Scouts band, in addition to small exhibitions showcased some publishers and badges of Scouts and Guides. And now for the general weather forecast. Cloudy skies will prevail over the coastal areas of the Governorate of Dhofar and nearby mountains with chances of intermittent drizzle. Occasionally rain. The rest of the Sultanate will have clear skies with chances of scattered rain over the Hajar Mountains and the nearby areas. Winds will be southerly to southwesterly, moderate to active along the southeastern coast, while it will be southeasterly light to moderate over the rest of the Sultanate. Seas along the southeastern coast will be moderate to rough with a maximum wave height of 3 meters, and along the rest of the coast it will be moderate with a maximum wave height of 2 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman Television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. Public Authority for Industrial Estates announces domestic and international consortium to invest $500 million Omani Riyals in the Sultanate's industrial estates. His Excellency, the Minister responsible for Financial Affairs, says in light of financial indicators and oil prices, the Sultanate's financial status will remain sound. Acquainting with Sultanate civilizational heritage events of records exhibition, Oman is near, even though it is far, starts in the Uzbekistan capital, Tashkent. And a workshop concerned with activating precautionary measures to face Ebola disease is organized in Nizwa Hospital. And with that, we come to an end to tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, good night.